Hi guys, how are you? Oh god. 14? Wait, what? Huh? Oh my god. Hi guys, how are you doing? Too early for all of this. Oh, my list of problems got so much longer. Okay. So he talked to him about it. And then we gotta do this. Uh mm, mm, mm. What do we have? Like one person? Oh, we're not bad. Never mind, I lied. We are bad. Okay. Wait, he's getting sued by LSPD? Did I read that right? Taylor Carter is getting sued on the docket. I am not the lawyer for this guy. The person is suing is Abu Ghraib LSP, not at the time of the incident. Okay. Cool. Um. Okay. Cool. I guess let's figure out what it's for. And then go from there. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm alright, how are you doing?
Good. Why do you sound so down?
What do you mean?
I don't know, you sounded down there for a second.
I don't know, everyone's just been busy this
Are you Eli?
No, I'm Mario.
Okay, sorry. So many
Eli,
ducklings.
I think that's that guy over there, maybe? Is it a solo or a non-solo?
So
Yeah, I would assume that's him over there.
hey,
Hello.
come on in. I keep
Oh,
forgetting you have keys, so I trying to lock the door.
yeah.
Okay, what is going on?
The first thing I text you, um, there is a potential CI. I didn't do anything because I don't know what I can tell him. I told him, if he's willing to give us information about this auto shop, because this happened 2 days ago. It seems like it's a falling out. He owns part of the building, but they just kicked him out permanently. I heard that there was um, they trespassed him last night. It's Terry Noodles, and he says that he might have information on the illegal stuff that's happened at the body shop.
Can you?
Smokies
Yeah,
or
we'll
something.
get into that after. Can you send me a link for the docket? I only have the capital docket for some reason.
Oh. Yeah. So the civil thing, I'm not handling it. I just put it on there for him.
Okay.
Uh,
So you're representing the other guy, or
no, no, no. I'm nobody.
okay?
I just put it
What
on
is
there
it
for him.
regarding?
He says that it was a civil rights violation incident regarding him 6 days ago when he wasn't an LSPD officer. He is now. Um, let me see what the number was. It was investigation 271. They went to bench trial over it, and the guy was found not guilty. All the charges for being at the banner.
Investigation 271.
Yeah,
This is the loitering one again.
yeah. So
The one that the old ADA insisted that he push. Okay.
ooh,
Yeah, yeah. So he's a baby. and the old ADA got brought in, and she told him it was a slam dunk and he should absolutely push it, and it was open and closed. And then the second he lost, which she hung him out to dry in court as well, she
Jesus.
then turned around and went to a senior deputy and said, I never wanted to push these charges. This guy, these charges were never going to stick. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do my job, which was the day that she was terminated.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because I wouldn't press those because it's a public area, and I know the penal code says
No,
anywhere at any time,
he's
but
been corrected. Yeah.
yeah. So when I spoke to the officer because I'm the one that put it on the docket, he was looking for $1 and the termination of that guy, or the 5,000 for that, and then
But
10,000 for the
if it's a
BSSO.
civil suit, is he suing BCSO or is he suing the deputy?
So it seems like it's he's suing the deputy, and then he's also suing the BCSO for negligent training, I guess.
Okay.
I'm just, you know,
So what is his argument?
so he's saying it's the civil rights violation because he can be there because it's out in the public, um, and then so the loitering wouldn't, you know, be a thing.
Right.
So then they searched him afterwards, so that's why the First and the
Well,
Fourth
yeah. Well, he was
Amendments are being.
searched because at the time he was being placed under arrest. So, but then like he didn't get charged for any of his possessions. And then he was released of all charges. So
Right.
I don't really understand where the grounds of suing is coming in.
Um, because he thinks it was maliciously done. Uh, Not
Where's the malice?
well. Like the police officer should have known, that he had the right to be there. Um,
Yeah, but that's what
I guess.
is that not what
Well,
the court case was for?
um, no, that's to prove if 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 it was legal. Now he's pressing since it was illegal. He's pressing it's malice, so that's the civil suit because um, police officers they get immunity to this, but unless of it's done ill will,
But it wasn't
then
done
they can
with
still be
it
sued.
wasn't done with ill will. It was,
Right. That's
by
why there's gonna be
definition
another
of the
court case for it.
charge. Yeah, by the definition of the charge. Like I understand why he pushed the charge because the definition of it is
Is
trash.
bad. Yeah. Yeah,
But
I agree with that.
so that's not him intentionally, targeting this person out and doing it with malice or even a lack of education. It is he's working off of a penal code that is vague as fuck and leaves it open to interpretation.
Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely bring up the assistant ADA pressing those charges, so it would take it off the BCSO. Um, you know.
Also, this is the other thing that I'm confused about. You are the ADA, right?
Yeah,
So
but I
why are you putting it on the docket on the behalf of the client or the
because
person?
yeah, because the ADA is only for criminal. I don't handle any civil suits between any departments, or like because police officers they can sue people. So if somebody crashes in your car, you can sue them on the behalf of the BCSO. But I I won't have anything to do with
But
it.
this isn't
I only handle criminal.
this is okay, well maybe I'm confused there because every DA and ADA I've dealt with in the past also handles cases like this. And he's not just suing the officer, he's trying to sue BCSO.
Right. That's when you guys would hire a lawyer. Because from what I am understanding, what the DA is supposed to be. No, I haven't got clarification from Aegis though. I just know what you know
From
it's
from
supposed to be.
my from my 11 years of doing this, maybe closer to 12 years now, the ADA and the DA's office helps represent PD if they're ever getting sued, and then they also help push charges against people.
Yeah, that's the pushing the charges. That's the only thing I know what ADA is supposed to be doing. Because civilly, ADA doesn't have any authority over. They can assist, like they can be your personal lawyers. Yeah, they can do that on the side, but it's not their job.
It
Does that make sense?
it is their job. It is I'm not trying to be difficult here, but it is like
Well, it might. This is
it
my
is
first time
it
doing ADA. I
okay,
don't
it
know.
is. So you represent the state, which is, Sam's Medical, LSPD, Rangers if we had it, BCSO. So you help press criminal charges, and then you also help defend the those departments if there's legal actions that come against them. You're basically the government's lawyer.
Okay.
So you putting it on the docket makes it really messy all of a sudden.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought it was just only criminal. Because
No, 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 no,
civilly,
no.
they have their own attorneys.
You represent BCSO and LSPD and all of that. Like you are our lawyer, and so you help us if we're getting countersued. You stand up for you help us in court, and then you also help push charges as well. Your mouth is wide open, by the way. There you
Oh,
go.
sorry.
My head hurts. I can't keep putting out all these fires.
Yeah, I'll get clarification, and sorry if I did something wrong. Didn't mean to.
No,
But
you're
I'm trying to
learning.
let you. Yeah, I'm trying to let you guys know if anything does happen with the PD. I do let you guys know because I know what happened with the last one.
Well, the last one got dropped. Oh, you mean the ADA?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, but she was just incompetent
yep, and so
and a
trying to
liar.
yep trying to make sure I don't do that because I don't want to get fired.
No, that's
I
fair.
don't want to be the second DA to get fired.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. In the very long time I've done this, it is very hard for DAs out here. It's it's a rough road, and I'm trying to make it smooth. But yeah, you are basically you are our lawyer. You are BCSO, LSPD, TACMED's lawyer. So when stuff like this comes up, you get involved and you represent us, and then also help with like the criminal charges and stuff like that.
Okay. So yeah, Arthur, he's not conflicted because he doesn't know anything about it. So he might be the best one to do it then. Uh,
I mean, you can still do it. No?
Even if I post it, I don't know.
I don't, yeah, that's the thing. I don't why did you like how did you talk to this person?
So yeah, he went onto my radio and was like, what's a uh, ADAO or something like that. He was like,
Wait, so he used
or
his LSPD
DAO.
radio to get a hold of you for a personal matter?
Oh, no, no. He inquired it, and luckily enough, I was on the radio, and I was like, hey, where you at? I can speak to you.
Hmm.
Because
Because
then he wants to
I
sue.
will also say that this is going to turn into a BCSO versus LSPD due to the fact that he's employed with LSPD.
I did bring that up to him. I did let him know that it will be a conflict because if you're suing your coworkers, the next day they're not just gonna forget about the
No, it's
lawsuit.
gonna it's gonna cause a whole issue. I'm also not going to fire a brand new deputy because he read the very misleading charge. He went to court, he lost, he learned his lesson. There was no
Right.
malice. He didn't be like, well, no, the courts are wrong. Fuck this, I'm out. He understands that it was, if they're at their own property, then don't. Um, but yeah, I don't. Also,
Okay.
asking ten
Yep.
thousand dollars is insane.
Uh, yeah. Um, because my truck's that's how much I just bought my truck for.
Yeah.
Um,
So, unless we're saying that his time is worth like $500 a minute, which is more than I get paid in an hour. Because
yeah.
there's no pain and suffering. There was no damage to his reputation because he obviously got hired by LSPD after, so his reputation is fine. He had nothing taken from him. He had no criminal charges.
he did let me know that the BCSO did deny him an employment here because of the bench trial. So that's why he went to LSPD.
I mean, I bet you I can pull up his interview, and that's probably not the reason why.
Yeah, I don't know because that's in their department. You know, he could have been just a bad candidate. You know, I don't know. But you'd bring that to court because you know if he does try to say something like that, you know, you'd be like, hey, no.
I mean, we turned down like for every 10 people that interview, we turned down 5 of them.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm gonna go talk to LSPD, I guess, and see if I can get them to convince them to drop it so it doesn't turn into a BCSO versus LSPD. And then if you can get the other ADA attached to it, I will talk to the deputy.
Okay. So that's the two things, the main things I want to talk to you about. Oh, there's one more. Daniels Fenton. He was a victim of a crime. I messaged the officer, Eli.
You mean Darnell Fenton?
No, it's Danny Fenton.
Oh, okay.
So I messaged the officer because the case is closed because the suspect was found guilty. I was just wondering if we can return the items back to Danny.
What were the
I can get.
items?
It was like a knife, a gun.
No, because if it's stuff like a gun, then that person's gonna get criminal possession of a legal firearm because it's not registered to him, which therefore makes that gun evidence. So I can't turn over evidence back to that person. It has to stay in lockup.
Yeah, but you can return. So like if I, got robbed for $1 million, I'll see that $1 million again. If you guys have it.
Yeah, but
After the court case.
It's a little different, and I haven't gotten clarification from the judges if I can return stuff like that. Because he could turn around, and it's a matter of now. Well, where's that evidence, right?
Well, but he was pled guilty, so there won't ever be a court case on it. Also.
Yeah, but
I can give you the report number.
It's still evidence. That's my concern. Talk to the judges and see what they say.
Okay.
Because honestly,
I just want to let you know before I do anything.
That's gonna be a slippery slope because I'm gonna be honest. We have people that claim they were robbed and had their guns stolen, and then we find it on their best friend.
Yeah. But in the report, it said that he was a hostage and he was kidnapped. But I do see what you're saying, and I'll talk to a judge about it because he was just asking me, can he get his weapons back? And I was like, well, let me try to find out.
Yeah. Talk to a judge, see what they stand on it, because my mindset is it's now evidence and it's logged as evidence, and we probably shouldn't turn it back over.
Yeah. But I do think, if the court case will never, like it's a closed case,
Yeah, but
that
gun has potentially been used for other crimes too, right? So the casings that come from that gun could arrive on different scenes, and then if that person is given back their gun, but their gun has been in possession of somebody else. So say I steal your gun, I go shoot somebody in the head. I haven't been caught for that yet because for whatever reason. And then I give you back that gun as an officer, and now you get arrested for something else later on, and I run that gun. Well, now that gun comes back to that attempted murder charge, and I'm now going to hit you with that murder charge.
Yeah, I do see what you're saying about that. Yeah, I'll talk to the judge because that's a pretty good point.
And like stuff like that
I-
happen all the time.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Well, I
Okay.
appreciate.
and maybe let him know that like we can't guarantee that he hasn't done something like heinous with that firearm. So if we give
Yeah,
it
and
back
he's
to
taking the
him,
responsibility.
there's a chance that he, and there's no arguing. If you're found with that gun, it's see you later. Have fun in jail. Like it's not a good outcome for them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. And I appreciate your time.
yeah,
Okay.
okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
100 to Eli. 100 to Eli.
Send it.
Can you come down on the station, please?
Affirm, ma'am. I got a abandoned ruiner, Viso ruiner up here in Polito. I'm just calling a tow for it real quick.
How far?
Is BCO so tow on radio? Affirm.
$100 to LSPD. Is Taylor available?
Unsure on that one. Taylor, are you on radio?
Dispatch, Street 138, westbound Supler Street with a Kanjo, them swans. Looks like DUI, maybe.
Oi. They're deer meat. Ugh. Hello?
Oh my god, hello. You a sheriff officer?
Yeah, how can I help you?
Oh, yeah, I was just I was wanting to apply to be an officer.
Okay, come up front and we can do your interview. I'm gonna be a few minutes though.
Oh, of course. Sheriff's office or
Yeah, BCSO in the south side.
oh, in the south. Oh my god, I'm all the way up in Sandy.
Okay. Alright, well we'll see you soon.
Okay, I'll come down there.
All right,
Is
goodbye.
it Davis?
Yep.
Oh, farewell.
Morning, Sheriff.
Morning, what's up?
You told Pike to come back, yeah?
Yeah, I need to have
I'm assuming it's for the repair.
What happened with the
or-
repair?
No, I was just asking. So if it's not about that, then so we had an abandoned PD cruiser.
And it wasn't
we found.
it wasn't Pike, it was Eli.
Oh, Eli. Well, somebody. One of the solos found one way earlier, like what 30-40 minutes ago up north. that we had to get repaired. And I think we got it repaired at the one in Elgin. It was like $700. The engine was tampered with, and it was completely fucked. So.
Okay. Is Mirror Park open?
Is that the one that you want us? That you prefer that we utilize from now on?
Preferably, yeah, just because they're gonna
Okay.
be a lot cheaper for us.
Okay, I'll note that from now on. I didn't know if you had a preferred one, and I
Yeah.
was trying to reach out. I didn't really, you know.
How's
but
that's
yeah.
fine. How's Eli doing?
Eli.
Carver? 620?
Let me see. I don't think I've worked with him yet.
He's on duty right now, but okay.
Yeah. I've been working with Jackson so far, and I'm trying to take Jackson and the one that just clocked on.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me
So-
go handle this issue, and I'll be hopefully out soonish.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Sheriff.
Uh-huh.
This morning, a individual from the DA's office came down.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Michael Dragonfly.
Mm-hmm.
He came down to report a lawsuit against BCSO.
Yep, I'm aware of it.
Come outside.
I want to make sure you was aware of it.
Nope, I'm aware.
All right, thank you.
How you doing, ma'am?
Not great. Come on. Take a seat.
Yep.
So you remember the court case for the loitering?
Yeah.
The individual is now suing.
Yeah.
Okay. He's asking for your termination. Is there, do you understand why we don't charge people with loitering at their own property?
I mean, I was under the impression he wasn't at his property.
But he was at the Banner Hotel.
Yeah, he was outside, like he wasn't inside. So.
But he was on the property of the Banner Hotel. It is the equivalent of arresting somebody for standing in their front yard.
I didn't see it that way at the time, ma'am.
Okay, do you see it that way now?
I didn't really get clarification on what is private and what is public property, so no, I don't know. Can't really answer that.
Okay, if they are on a residence that they have access to, i.e. the property line, they can be there. If they're interfering with an active investigation, then you ask them to, step aside or leave for the time being so you can finish your investigation. And then if they don't listen to that, then you hit them with disobeying a lawful order. We don't hit people with loitering for being on their own property.
But can I get like clarification of what their property is? Like he was on the sidewalk, so.
So from the inside of the hotel all the way out to the parking lot is their property.
So we can't even give parking tickets, like in the parking lot.
So you can do in the parking lot. You can do like if they don't pay their meter or if it's illegal parking. That is different. But if you are trying to tell them that they're loitering on a property that they have access to, it's like going to a hotel and then hanging out at the pool and then somebody coming by and tell you that you're loitering.
Ma'am, can I like speak a little freely here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't agree with that because the hotel pool is inside the property. I don't believe at the moment when I was giving the ticket, I believed it was outside the property. It was on the sidewalk itself. And the reason I was giving
was it the sidewalk by the front doors or was it the sidewalk on the street?
the ones where the parking lot is.
So on the property.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't under the impression that was their property. I mean, here's what my logic was. I thought that if we were allowed to give tickets at the parking lot, because if it were private property, we couldn't really. then that sidewalk would be considered public property. I mean, let me explain my reason a little bit why I went there and started, telling people to leave and stuff like that. I mean, ever since I got hired, I've been told that that place is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So really, I was like, if people are just hanging around there, I mean, I should just tell them to leave, because it's dangerous, right? So if they're on public property around the hotel, I'll just tell them to leave, and if they stay, I'll give them loitering. I mean, that was just my logic. I didn't purposely go into private property thinking it was private property and start giving people loitering tickets. So I was really under the impression it was public property, but I haven't really gotten any sort of clarification. The judge ruled on it, but the judge didn't really say. I don't know. I have access to the docket.
Let me get him in. Hey.
Hey.
We're talking about BCSO being sued. I don't know if you can come in here for that.
Ooh, I probably shouldn't.
But it also shouldn't be a court case either.
Alrighty. Well, I'll let you guys talk. I'm just kind of here to hang out
Oh, okay.
for a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
5 1 plus 1
Yeah,
back 10,
so
2 back 10.
I understand, your logic of, the property's dangerous, let's not have people hang out here. But we also don't have the grounds to tell people to leave on a residential, because they're paying to live there, right? So it is wrong, and it sucks, and I wish the definition of the penal code was more adjusted to clarify that properly. But unfortunately, it's not. I am going to say I'm not going to terminate you, but I need you to understand that that isn't the appropriate use. Can I get you to get off your phone, please?
Sorry, I was looking for the docket case. So
I need
the
you
ruling.
to understand that that is not an appropriate use of the trespassing, and it can't be another issue going forward.
I understand, ma'am.
Okay. The other thing I am gonna do is I am gonna bump you back down to non-solo until this court case is over. And then pending on how this court case goes, because I have said from day one that if you get sued or if you get BCSO sued, and you're found guilty, it is a termination.
Alright, for all officers
The other
on
option
duty,
I have, if you want,
the Mirror Park
I
mechanics
need
are
to
in.
turn that off. I have two options. I can bump you down to non-solo and keep you on duty, but have somebody with you, or I can completely suspend you until till the case is over, and then you might be terminated after the fact if you lose. So I'm asking you, what of the two options would you prefer?
And I guess I'll just not get fired.
Well, I can't guarantee that, to be honest. You need
Well,
to.
hold on. So how am I supposed to defend myself? We don't even have an ADA.
We have two ADAs, and the ADA is getting assigned to it. I just spoke to the other ADA this morning. So there's an ADA getting assigned to it. I will help represent you in court. They will help represent you in court, and we will fight it, because the what they're suing for, or what they're asking, is $1 fine or the termination of your employment, and $5,000 from you personally,
I
or
don't even have that.
$10,000 from BCSO.
What
Oh,
grounds
sorry,
do they
no,
even have to
I
sue?
said that wrong. Asking for $1 and then the termination of you, or $5,000 from you and $10,000 from BCSO.
What grounds do they have to sue? I mean, ma'am, the charge for loitering says. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this, but
So
it says
what
remains in
they're
a place without apparent purpose,
what they're
and that's
saying
exactly what he
is
was doing.
that you violated his First Amendment right and his Fourth Amendment right.
His First Amendment and his Fourth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. Who knows with these judges, but I don't. In my opinion, there's no grounds for that. I was working within the law, so I mean, I don't know.
So the Fourth Amendment is the search and seizure. So he's saying by the fact that you arrested him and the charges were dropped, therefore you violated him with an illegal search and seizure. And then the first one is the freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. So I don't really know where he's getting that one from. The search for sure, because you know if you searched him and we didn't end up having the charges to search him, but I don't know. It's rocky at best. And the other thing on top of that is he's now an LSPD officer.
Okay.
So
Hold on.
I'm trying to get a hold of LSPD to deal with it, but Taylor is being Taylor, and I'm trying to work on it. So for right now, I'm just gonna put you as a non-solo, bump you back down. What the fuck?
Wait, what's going on?
Uh, there was a dude that just showed up behind you. No, yes. Okay. I'm gonna bump you back down to non-solo. Until after the court case, because the only other option I have is that I suspend you until the court case, and it could be anywhere from 2 days to 3 weeks. I don't know how long it's going to take to actually file the court case.
Okay, but so if this guy wins this court case, this would mean that every time we arrest someone and we don't get a guilty plea in court, they would be liable to sue us for the Fourth Amendment.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make any sense, would
Nope,
it?
I know, and that's why I said I'm going to figure it out and handle it. I need to I really need people to start actually showing up and being able to answer these questions, because there's a lot of issues that we're running into right now. So my best option for you right now is to put you as a non-solo versus suspending you, because I understand your logic for it. I am going to say that you are incorrect. But that's also on us. You're a rookie for a reason, and it's to learn, and we failed you in that aspect. Um, so I don't want to suspend you. But if you do not want to be bumped back down to a non-solo for the time being, then my only other option would be to suspend you.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get it handled as fast as possible. But I'm gonna be at mercy of the courts as well.
But I mean, like, if I lose this court case,
I would have to terminate you.
yeah, but then they'll set a precedent for the future where
Yes, which is something that I'm going to speak to the judges. I can't do anything in this office right now. I have to wait for other people at this point. I understand your concern. But it's not my call. I'm not a judge. If I was a judge, vintage or rifles muskets would not be considered a legal firearm by the judges right now. But I'm not a judge, so there's only so much I can do at this second, and I need you to just give me the time to figure out what's going on and get it fixed.
no, I understand, man, but I mean, if you agree with me that, I mean, this is something that shouldn't even be suable for, then I feel like, yeah, never mind. I'll just take the I'll just take the suspension, I think.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah. I need some time off.
Okay. I mean,
Um,
it's definitely not the option I was hoping that you would take. But if that's the case, I will move you to suspended. You'll need to turn in all your locker and go 42, and we will let you know when things are handled.
yeah, can I attend the academy tomorrow? Or is that out of
No,
the
you're
question?
suspended.
Oh,
That's part of the reason why I didn't want to suspend you and wanted to just put you as a non-solo for a little bit, because that way you're at least on patrol and still learning and still developing versus being told to basically fuck off until after court.
okay. Um, Can I take the suspension back then?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
did want to
gonna
attend the academy tomorrow.
I'm
so-
going to unsuspend you. But you need to stop flip-flopping.
Sorry about that.
There's a reason I gave you the option. The suspension to see if you were going to take it on the chin, or sorry, the non-solo to see if you were going to take it on the chin, and the suspension was to see if you were going to have, big feelings about it. So I'm glad that you changed your mind, because honestly, if you stuck with just suspend me, then it is not a great attitude to have.
No, yeah, I was. It was more like maybe I should just. I don't know.
I
Whatever.
mean,
It's fine.
take a day. You've been around a lot. I think I need to start talking to some people about, being around too much, as funny as that sounds, because I can tell that people are getting stressed out and maybe a little burnt out and making mistakes that they wouldn't normally make.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not frustrated with you or anyone.
I
Well,
have
I
big
am frustrated
feelings.
when
I
a
have big
person beat
feelings
me, so, but
too.
or anyone, or the fact that I'm put on to like solo cadet or anything. It's more about the ruling and the whole thing.
No,
What
I
is
know.
even private property, public property? I just don't. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
look,
agree with it, but it's fine.
it's not the first time BCSO has been sued. The first time we got sued, it was dropped like 6 hours later. So just that's what I'm saying. Like, just give me a little bit, give the DA a little bit. Let me talk to some people and see, what we can do, because I do agree that it can open us up to, in the long run, it could make things really bad for all law enforcement. But for right now, I just need you to take a breath, know that this is going on, and if you come on duty, I need you to stay with other people.
That sounds good. Can I? Do you have the DA's phone number? I'd like. Can I speak to her? Is that possible?
That DA was terminated due to incompetence. But we have two
Well, no, I'm
new
oh, that
DAs.
other one. I was there when she got berated by.
Yeah. So it's gonna be probably Arthur who's gonna be assigned to it.
Okay.
And his phone number is 554
Oh, 1
0.
second.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
554 0482.
His name is Arthur.
Arthur Moorhead.
Okay. Is it alright if I speak to him about it?
We'll pull you in and talk to you together. So for right now, I wouldn't. What I would like you to do though is write up a very long statement of everything that had happened, your intention behind doing it, what happened when you searched them, like all of it. I need it to be as detailed as possible.
Oh, okay. Do you not have all the details now?
I need a separate one.
Okay. No, I'm talking about. Do you know? No, I didn't mean it that way. I meant like, do you know like what happened, the whole situation?
Yeah, I've been ran down by a sergeant at the time, and a senior deputy, and the judge as well. And I also know that the ADA, told you that the charges were a slam dunk, and then left you to dry in court, and then turned around and went to a senior deputy and basically said that she didn't agree with all the charges and she had no choice but to push it. And like, that's not okay. And I actually went to the judges about that, and explained what had gone on, and I don't know how much longer she worked after that. So, but
Can I talk
was
about
multiple
something
issues.
else?
Sure, what's up?
Regarding that, it's just it's about Clarkson. Do you know him? I
Yeah,
think
I
he's a
know
sergeant now.
Clarkson. So
Yeah.
Clark's wait, you mean what's his first name? Willie Clarkson?
Yeah, Willie Clarkson.
He's been terminated from the BCSO.
Okay. Well, yeah, he kind of deserved it. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Right.
Why did he deserve it, out of curiosity?
I thought he's. I mean, that day I was gonna speak to you. I remember about the whole situation. It was about him. I
Okay.
don't think he knew what the hell was going on. He went up to the suspect and started telling him, "Oh, this charge is petty. I would never charge you with this."
Yeah.
And then the suspect, changed his mind and went to court for. It was just the whole thing.
Right. Okay. Well,
He's
he
terminated
was
anyway, so
he
it doesn't
was
matter.
yeah, he was fired for corruption. He shot an emotional therapy dog in the face with a class 3 at the hospital. So he's gone.
The fuck? What
Yeah,
a
he's gone.
psychopath.
He's gone. Yep. I love how that's the story I'm
Okay.
pushing now. Not that he
Um,
metagamed and that he was super toxic
think that's
OC,
it.
that he shot a puppy in the face. Okay. Alright. I would maybe, I don't know what your plans are. I would maybe take a break for a bit. But if you're feeling fine, then go partner up with somebody, okay?
Yeah, I think I'll go off duty for now, but
Okay.
I thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, of course. Have a good night.
See you.
Mr. Demon Man, if you're still in here, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm cracking. I'm cracking, Demon Man. I can't do this.
Oh. You just blended in over there. I was like,
No, I laid on
I
I
swear.
laid on the floor for a second.
Oh, somebody's outside waiting for you.
They can wait longer.
All right.
What's up?
I'm just hanging out. Is your academy today?
Yeah.
What time?
9 p.m. Eastern, so in like 11 hours from now.
Jesus. You go to sleep before then?
Yeah, I'm only around to handle probably like a couple hours to handle problems, and then I'm gonna go back to sleep for a couple hours and then wake back up.
501 plus 2 back 10
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, you may.
I need to ask you 3 questions. Come on.
Okay.
Also, I think my office has a demon. I don't know if he's gone yet or not.
Demon?
Yeah, I don't know. It was like some weird, like, furry that popped up.
Okay, strange things happen in this building a lot. Alright, what's your question?
Besides, there's some masked individuals circling BCSO South with a...
Okay. So, this lawsuit, I'm not
Mhm.
going to get into details of it, but basically what it's boiling down to is they're claiming, pretty much it's boiling down to, if you are arrested and you are found not guilty, you can turn around and sue that department for searching you at the time of the arrest.
What?
Yeah. They're claiming that his Fourth Amendment rights were violated because the deputies searched his pockets when they arrested him for the crime. And then when he was found not guilty of the charges, that now is a Fourth Amendment violation.
Do they not know that the exceptions to the Fourth Amendment?
I'm assuming not. Also, I'm thinking that ADA, Dragonfly doesn't know either. That brings me to point 2. And no, I'm not filing a complaint on the ADA. He doesn't, from my understanding, ADA and ADA represent, government agencies, so BCSO, LSPD, TACMED, for pushing charges, and also if they were to get sued as well.
Yep.
His understanding is that he is only there to push criminal charges. So he put it on the docket.
I can have a talk to him. Obviously, it's like a brand new department, so
Yeah. Which is why
there might be some clarification that needs to be made. But that
yeah.
I'll
That's
get
why I
that.
said it's not a complaint. It's just he might need help.
Yeah. And we also have another one too.
Yeah.
Another ADA.
So
Arthur.
what happens when a ADA pushes charges on the docket for a civilian?
What you mean? They're pushing.
I mean, he as the ADA put it on the docket for the civilian suing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the person. Okay. So is this like? Okay. So is he representing the department?
No, he's not representing the department. But
He put it on the docket.
he put it on the docket.
Oh, I think for the time being, because we're so short-staffed,
It's fine.
don't count who put it on the docket. Count who takes it on the docket.
Okay.
I think that's what we're gonna be doing for now. It's just we just need it on the docket so we have record that it's there, right? So we know it's happening.
And then
makes it easier.
The other thing is, so I lied, there's 4 things. The other thing is this person that is now suing is not only suing for the deputy's termination, so it's either he wants the deputy fired or he wants BCSO to pay out $5,000 or $10,000, and he wants the deputy himself to pay out $5,000.
So it isn't gonna work like that. We have we have it very set out about how much you can do, and it has to be backed by like very specific things. So like for a civil case, because it's a civil case. In the actual SOP, it's like.
But is it
actual consequential related civil stuff?
Is it as
so
civil
they'd have
stuff
to
if
prove
they're
everything.
suing the BCSO and the deputy?
Well, if they're suing, then yes. Anything that's
Okay.
not criminal is civil.
Okay.
That's how that
All right.
works.
Never mind. I'm just an idiot then.
Yeah, no. If anything that's not criminal, aka we're doing bench trials, we're going to full trial. It's not like it goes to civil.
Okay.
Which means they can only do anything that's related specifically to civil related items. So like anything CS in the code.
Okay.
Or anything that's in our SOP specific.
Okay. They're also claiming that it's a First Amendment violation.
I'm just gonna say this: they can say whatever
that.
they want, but in the eyes of the court, I'm gonna follow whatever I get.
Okay.
What our SOPs specifically say, specifically around civil cases.
Okay. Is there somewhere where I can find that stuff for civil cases?
I can send you our SOP if you just want to read it.
I had it at one point and I just lost it with all of the stuff. And then
so you have 4 types of damages, right? That somebody can claim with civil. You have actual, consequential, punitive, and nominal. So actual is like anything that they have to pay, basically related to the suit. That's the actual.
Which was nothing.
Nothing. Consequential, which is basically anything that because of what happened, they lost money, they were injured, they lost wages, but they have to provide evidence for it.
Which again is nothing.
Yep. And then you have punitive, which is like the punishment, and that's up to us to decide, and it is capped. So punitive is you can only have $5,000 for each violation. Okay.
So then the other question, I guess there's more than one. How does that work with him now being a government employee of LSPD? Because it is 100% going to turn into LSPD versus BCSO, considering that he's
once it's civil, right? And there is a thing that we can do. If he's trying to sue the department directly as an individual, he cannot drag LSPD into it. Yeah, basically he waives.
He already has
waived his right to ADA.
He's using his tools as an LSPD officer to get a hold of DAs to push stuff on the docket. The DA literally said...
I mean more like it won't be LSPD versus BCSO, it would just be the individual. And he would have no ADA power to represent him. It would have to be like a public lawyer.
Okay.
He would not be able to use the DA's office because it's a personal lawsuit. It has nothing to do with the department.
Okay. And then the last question for you is classification of weapons. Everybody seems to have a different understanding of where people are, what is what, and where, in what stage it is. Do we have it written down somewhere where an SMG is class blank or a shotgun is class blank?
We don't. I have like a general one. That's just it's from our bar exam. So,
Can you?
in our bar exam, it states Class 1 are general handguns, Class 2 are shotguns and explosives.
An
Class
explosive
3,
is a class 2?
I guess that's what it's labeled in here.
That's
I'm just going off
crazy.
what's in
That's
here. We can change.
insane.
Obviously, we can have a sit
Yeah,
down talk
that
and
might
change
be
it,
backwards.
but it might be backwards, yes. But we can obviously go through it and change it.
Okay.
Class 3 is like anything's rifles and above. Antique weapons fall under antiques, which are
Keely.
technically Class 1, which is
Sorry,
what
give
we're
me a second.
classifying them as. I think.
Dang dog. Okay, yeah, I would definitely say that class or explosives are actually their own category because they are listed as their own category.
Then we can make it so.
They
can fall under like the whole antique thing.
Okay,
where,
can
like,
you
antiques are separate.
send me? Yeah, so the antique thing is a little weird, but I don't have the brain power to get into it today.
It's just a thing. So any weapon that is before specific, I think it's like 1898 or something.
Right.
Basically they're classified as antiques, which means that they are not. If we go off of base United States law, which we don't, they would not even classify as firearms at all. But that doesn't really work for here. So
has that been clarified by the Senate? Because I know in the Capitol those are considered guns.
Yes, which
and
is
are
that's what I'm saying. I think we're classifying them as class 1s. Is the term right now. Okay. That's kind of what we decided upon.
Okay, that's gonna.
But it would just be muskets and Navy revolvers would be classified as class 1.
Right. Okay. If you could send me like a list of that, because there's been a lot of, like, I've had people say that SMGs are class 2 because they're not long range.
I'm
I'm
gonna say that they're probably class 3.
Yeah,
I would say anything that is automatic would be classified as a class 3.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for the clarification.
That's how I would rule upon it. Though it's not like written fully out, and we probably should have a sit down and like decide. That way I can actually update everything, so that way it's all everywhere.
So like an automatic pistol that shoots multiple rounds at once, would that be considered a class 3 then?
I mean, I would say that at minimum a class 2. Because anything that's automatic would be, that's very specific. Why would you need an automatic gun, right? Unless you're planning to use it for automatic purposes, which can involve really bad things.
So pistol class 1, shotguns class 2, automatics class 3, explosives basically class 4.
But yeah, we'll separate them.
Yeah, because they're separated on the penal code as well.
Yep. Hold on. Let me make a note so that way I have this.
Can you double check and make sure that that is like all secure and verified before I push it to the deputies?
I'll get with Nick and talk to him about it. Because it's not really my decision to make, but I will definitely we'll get it clarified and then we'll go over it. I do agree with you.
Yeah.
And then I'll update it.
Okay.
And all of our stuff.
Okay, alright, my head hurts. I'm starting to think if I really wanted this job. Alright, thank you. I gotta let somebody else in. Hey.
Oh my god, hello there.
You're here for the interview?
Yeah, I think they also want an interview.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. We have Academy tonight. It's gonna be at 9 Eastern. We also have one on Sunday morning at 8 Eastern, 8 a.m. Eastern. If you're interested in applying, I would honestly just show up for the academy, and make sure that you show up like 20 minutes early, because we'll do a quick run through with you, see if you're a good fit, and then if you are, you'll go straight to academy.
Oh, okay. So like 9 Eastern, you said?
9 Eastern tonight, yeah, and the academy is probably gonna be about 3 hours, so it's gonna be a late night.
No, okay, that's literally no problem.
Okay, ma'am, does that work for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, or the Sunday morning is the other option.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but you will not see me at the Sunday morning one because that is 5 a.m. on my stopwatch, and
Oh my gosh.
that ain't gonna happen. So
Where is it? Is it gonna be here or should
yeah,
like, we
so
go
no,
some-
you'll show up. You'll show up here. Yeah, show up here. Have food and water with you. Make sure you have your weapons license and ID, and then we'll go from there.
Alright,
Oh,
perfect.
and
So,
no unpaid tickets.
no, of course. I don't even own a car.
Oh.
Me either.
Okay, well sometimes your rental cars can also get tickets, so I double check.
Oh,
Yeah.
I walked here.
Okay, all right, bye guys.
Farewell.
Hey, ma'am.
What's up?
I have the write up. Should I give it to you or what am I gonna
Give it to, put it in an investigation, just label it court, and then attach me to it, and that way I can share it with the ADA as well. That can't be good. I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
I'm sure a ray gun is totally fine.
Yeah, that was. All right.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna be in another meeting. Okay, come on. Hello. My head hurts, and it's only 10 a.m.
Rough start to the day.
Fucking second guessing literally everything. Okay, so BCSO is getting sued.
Okay.
Were you made aware of the docket already?
Yes, I'm on the docket.
Okay, so can you look it up? It is Dragon posted it, not realizing that he didn't full. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so it.
I think he told me about this when I saw him before.
Yeah. So yeah, I know it did, Blackbird, but Lady Hope changed it by accident and then announced it to everybody, and I've just
Abu
left it.
Ganabi versus Eli Carver, BCSO.
Yeah, so it stems off of the new deputy arrested somebody for loitering at the Banner Hotel, who was outside of the hotel but on the parking lot of the property. They went to court. He was found not guilty. He was let go. He didn't lose any money. He didn't have any reputation lost. He didn't have any items taken from him, and he is claiming that it is a First Amendment and a Fourth Amendment violation, because the Fourth Amendment was he was searched, he was unreasonably searched and seizured, but he was searched because he was being placed under arrest at the time, so that is the grounds. Also, if that isn't the case, anytime anybody gets charged, not guilty, they're immediately gonna countersue PD for searching them.
Right.
And then he's
That
also
would be a poor precedent to set.
yeah, and then he's also claiming that the First Amendment was violated, which that one I don't really understand where he gets that.
Here. I don't see that at all.
Okay. And then so he's asking for $1 or a termination of the employee, which I'm not firing him. He's literally a probie. We've had a long conversation about why it was a mistake. He took it on the chin. I bumped him down to non-solo until after the court case. Like I'm not a big fan of firing cadets because that's literally why they're cadets, unless it's like completely outrageous.
How are they gonna learn if they're
Exactly. And in his defense, the definition on the penal code is garbage. And it is left to yeah, it literally says anywhere.
this was at the banner, in front of the banner?
Yeah, this was outside of the banner on the sidewalk. So it's technically still on the property of the banner, but he wasn't like in his hotel room. But like I get it, and it's something that he shouldn't have pushed, and he understands that now too.
Yeah,
But
I mean they got it dropped, you know.
yeah.
The
So
seems a little
they're
excessive,
they're claiming that it was malice on the deputy's part, which, you know, there is no malice there. He was charging somebody based off the definition in the penal code, which is extremely vague. He searched them based on the fact that he was getting arrested, and that he was then, you know, let go. There was no monetary value. There was no reputation value. He works for LSPD now, so it obviously didn't affect his career. So it's either they want him fired and $1, which I'm not doing. I'm not firing him. Or they want $5,000 from the deputy himself, and then $10,000 from BCSO.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was talking to the judge, and he says that there is a limit that they can charge per like violation, and I think he said it was like 5,000. He said it'd be in your guys' SOPs.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I think so. We can pull him back in here.
Let me check it. I have the SOP on my phone here. Yeah, let me take a look here.
Yeah, I'll probably give some leeway.
Civil right violations are capped at 5,000 for each violation.
Exactly. So he's, even what he's requesting is outside of what he is able to request.
Right.
So I would like your help. I would obviously help you with it in court if need be. But it definitely is something that needs to get probably shut down or taken. I would like it to get handled quickly. To be fair.
All right. Did they set up like a time, a date for it? Or?
No, nothing. It's been put on the docket 3 hours ago. You need to
Why
go.
didn't Michael put it on the docket?
Michael put it on the docket.
Why?
It
He's
sounds.
not representing this person, right?
It sounds like there's just not enough people to put it on the docket.
Oh, okay. Then,
so the judge said.
Got it.
Judge said, you know, don't look at who put it on the docket. Look at who is taking it on the docket, which is going to be you.
You know what? That is a good point because I had to have one of the court clerks put something on, so I understand where he's coming from there. Okay.
So I need you to enter that you are taking the case from BCSO, and then I also need you to enter like that what they are requesting is outside the grounds of charges available.
Yes.
And yeah, I don't know. Do your lawyer thing.
And it would only be one. I mean, the First Amendment thing.
I don't get that either. Unless he's saying that it was an assembly, but that's not an assembly if you're just one person hanging at the banner.
No.
So it's not religion, it's not speech, it's not press, he's not media, he's not petitioning. So at best maybe assembly, but it's not assembly either.
No, it seems like a stretch.
So.
All right. Yeah. No worries. I'm on it.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll do that right now.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep. No worries. Yeah, I'll go do that.
I mean, you can do it right here. I don't care.
Are you sure? All right.
Yeah, I don't care.
Cool. I do like this office.
I used to have a name on my door and I took it off because I was like, I don't need a name on my door.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My brain hurts. It goes burr. It goes burr.
Get arrested very quickly. So obviously we
What's
have
going
like
on?
the limitation. Oh, he's just asking for clarification on some stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Let me text Nick real quick.
Is he around?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I think so. Oh, good. Michael's around as well. I can clarify with him.
I appreciate your time, Justice.
Has patrol been out there today?
Honestly, the moment I got on duty, I've been dealing with trying to get back abandoned PCSO cars.
Nice. Well, that is the next thing on my to-do.
Yeah, but there's one bandit ruiner outside, but I have to get someone else to deal with it with me because I'm. All right, appreciate your time, sir.
Man, what happened last night? Why are all the cars totaled?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
I
through
wasn't
the
there.
I'm going through the charges right now, and it's literally just repair after repair after repair.
I had to buy a new ignition for one of the bravados. 700 bucks.
Yeah, Mirror Park, if they're open, try to go there. They're giving.
Alrighty, I'm gonna send you this.
We're not going to Benny's because they shot at officers at the hospital and then tried to rob them. And then
Wait.
yeah, and then so they fired the employees, which is great. And so we were gonna go. I was thinking of like giving it a couple days and then going back. And then the next day, people were bringing stolen cars to Benny's, and Benny's was pimping out the cars and repairing it. And then when deputies were like, "Why are you doing this?" they said, "Quote, if they pay, I don't care."
You mean like stolen police cars?
Yep. Yep.
Are they? Isn't that like a failure to report or something? Or
I
not charged for that?
So we're just gonna go to Mirror Park for a little bit. Mirror Park
understandable.
has its own issues, so be mindful of what you say around them. But at least they're not shooting and robbing cops as of right now.
Is it that the one on Elgin or there was one another?
No, the one right up at Mirror Park.
I've been going to the one on Elgin. They're pretty nice there.
Yeah, but they're expensive.
Okay.
It's $200 for a repair at Mirror
Mirror
Park, and
Okay.
a new ignition is $1,000.
Well, I got a deal then because for $700 I got my ignition.
Interesting. Okay.
The guy even offered me to do mobile service repair for free.
Well, that's nice of him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanna run this by you as well, just before I get clarification on this one.
I'll let you guys deal with it. I
So,
appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go over gun classes, and I want you to tell me what you think should be where. So far I have class 1, right? Handguns. Class 2, shotguns and automatic handguns. Class 3, rifles and fully automatic guns. Explosives, a separate category. Antiques fall under class 1.
I mean, what if the antique's an automatic?
Do we have automatic antiques?
I don't know, do we?
I don't. I'm not sure. I had to get clarification on that. Like I said, antiques have to be made before a specific year, anyways.
Right.
And I think the only two that classify are the musket and the maybe revolver.
Do they fire though? They do.
They do, but they're very hard to get it to fire.
Why does? On a second. I feel like we had people weapons trafficking the Navy revolvers.
It's still classified as guns. That's the important part.
Okay, but if they're a gun, then if they don't have a weapons license, then it's criminal possession.
Yep. I think that's what we're gonna. I think that's what what we were discussing when we were talking about it, was that antiques are going to fall under class 1. So if you don't have a license, then you can't have them.
Okay. All right, that's.
Even if they are decorative, and that's just because they're under our eyes as the court.
I'm
They would be
sorry.
classified as
Wait.
weaponry.
Hold on a
Unlike
second.
U.S. code, like no more than U.S. code where they aren't.
Please tell me this is the wrong raid. Yeah, okay, this is the wrong raid.
Oh, you know what? I have a question. Where would you put a Molotov?
That's an explosive.
All right. Yep.
Just like tear gas is considered an explosive, and fireworks and smoke grenades.
According to the charge, it excludes fireworks.
Oh, sorry, excludes fireworks, my bad. Sorry, I'm trying to look at something else too at the same time.
No, you're good.
So double actions would obviously just be a regular pistol. SNS pistols.
I want to say anything that you can buy in the shop.
Okay.
With
What
your license
about
would be a
hunting
class
rifles?
1. They would fall under class 1.
Okay.
Mainly because you can get those with a regular. Anything you can get with a license would have to be classified as 1 because it's the only way that you can get it.
And then mini SMG pistols.
Would that be the automatic?
Yeah.
Oh, that's under the class 2.
Okay.
Anything auto handguns, I have it labeled here. So I'm just writing and verifying.
Okay.
And me and Ham are going back and forth.
Fuck is
Sorry,
Ham?
me and Nick are going back and forth.
Who is that?
Slip.
Oh.
I had a slip. Sorry, it smells like ham in here.
Someone's hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I did also shove a bunch of pizza in your fridge. Because I need to get rid of it. Do I? It's still good, but please go through it.
I mean, I'll take it. We have academy today, so I gotta feed like 40 hungry
There's
mouths.
so much pizza in there. Yeah, no, me and Nick are going back and forth about this, just to get it clarified. God. Actually, I am starving. Need food. Okay, so class 1. Handguns. What was the other one you said? Oh, hunting rifle. Class 2, shotguns, auto handguns. Class 3, rifles, and fully automatic. Explosive Molotovs, second category. Antiques fall under class 1. Okay, I'm just gonna take this.
My brain hurts. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. Radio check?
Charlie?
You said class 2 is shotguns and what else?
I think you just said shotguns, right?
Hold on, I'm updating it, then I'll tell you.
That is submitted on the docket, Sheriff.
Well, thank you. I will look it over right now.
I just said basically that I'd be representing the state and that the thing we talked about with the cap.
Okay. Alright, once a judge is assigned to it. I really wanted to
Okay.
get handled as fast as possible, so.
So, class 1s are handguns and the hunting rifle, specifically. Class 2, shotguns and auto handguns, so anything, any automatic handgun. You know. Class 3, rifles and fully automatic guns. Explosives and Molotovs are a separate category, and antiques fall under class 1. And also, Nick seems to be in agreement, so.
Agreement on
Is
the
that-
on the gun stuff?
On the gun stuff, yep. So, that's basically set in stone. If that's agreeable with you.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
Alright, now it's clarified.
1 plus 2 is gonna be back 10-8
Yeah,
on
as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, let's just get that fixed.
Yeah, because I have deputies being told that SMGs are class 2s due to their range, and I was like, this is getting way too complicated.
Nope, I'm just gonna make it much simpler.
Show 5-1 plus 1 on 38 with an abandoned vehicle
If it
here in
go
the
pew pew
middle of
faster,
power.
Big gun, then yes.
Yeah.
It's a class 3. I mean, it just makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yep, okay, alright, I'm gonna go
Anything
let
that
the
can
rest
do
of
mass
BCSO
casualty,
know.
right?
Yeah,
Basically.
pretty well, if that's the case, then cars are class 3s.
Alright. Well, they are deadly weapons. They
I
are
know,
classified
I'm
as a
just
deadly
being,
weapon
I'm
if they're
just
used in a
being
crime.
cheeky. Being cheeky. It's been a very rough morning already. I woke up early and I was like, I'm gonna have a nice chill morning, and so far I'm like, why am I doing this again?
Don't lose hope.
I'm
You're good at your job.
getting pretty close, to be honest.
Don't lose hope. You're very good at
I'm
your
starting,
job.
doesn't feel like it. I'm starting to lose it.
Lean on, try leaning on other people too.
Yeah,
don't,
but when I
don't
lean
go it
on
your own.
when I lean on other people, I wake up to 8 emails long about shit, and it just like stresses me out even more. Like I've had a migraine for 3 days in a row now.
All the pizzas in this one.
You-
I also put a bunch of drinks in this.
You label it pizza?
Sure.
Oh my god, there is so much pizza. Oh, this is all gonna be bad before the thing tonight.
Hopefully not.
What's tomato on pizza?
I don't know.
And monsters. Pizza. Ooh, that is not filling at all. Okay, we might actually go through that really quickly. I know it does. I'm just being cheeky. Okay, 3 slices. So it's 6 slices to fill a tummy.
Yeah, it's one piece of pizza. It's one pizza slice. So.
Yeah. No, I gotcha.
It's like filling per.
Yeah.
Block. That's
Well,
why
I
they're all
still
in there.
appreciate it. Where did you just buy all of this for the DOJ or?
Yeah, I bought a lot of it for the DOJ, and I didn't realize it was gonna go bad as quickly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for pizza, it actually didn't cost much.
That's good.
It's like a couple grand or so.
Couple grand. You know who you can buy food from for really cheap? Come here.
Who?
This guy. This is our private.
Oh.
This is our private chef. He will cook you whatever you want. Can cook pretty much anything. And will give you a really good rate.
I think Nick wants to do like local business supporting stuff.
He's saving to buy a business.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why we have him hired, so he can make money, cook us food for free, and then use the rest of the money to go towards buying a restaurant. So I was gonna.
We're not far off.
I was gonna buy him a restaurant and then have like BCSO be the owner and have him rent it, but I was told that was not okay, so I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the whole like public thing and
Right.
favoritism.
I mean,
but
I mean, it's not really, because he would still have to pay to use the property, and then as owners of the property, our department would just eat for free. And then we can ensure that no crime happens on the property either.
Which one are you trying to buy? The Coquinos.
You were.
We're about 45,000 away from Pop's Diner.
Oh, Pops.
Where is Pops
Yeah.
again?
All the way up on the top.
Like, yeah, almost as far as it gets.
It's the furthest from here.
That's why it's so
Oh.
cheap.
Okay, well, can we get you something closer?
I would love that, but
Like, okay, how much? How much is Pops?
139.
There's the noodle shop in Roxwood. I think that's 135. I want to say Coquinos might also be not that expensive. I think it's like just a little bit more, but it's like right in the middle of the city. I don't think anyone's bought Coquinos yet.
I don't even know where that is.
It's on.
We can go for a drive.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, let's go for a drive. I need a
look
mental
around.
break anyway. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that far. Who left my baby broken like this?
I was about to say the Interceptor.
That's insane.
Oh look, big giant sign, and did.
It'll
didn't
buff
follow
right
it,
out.
Did they?
Who had the Interceptor out?
Unsure, ma'am. Apparently it's been like that for like 2 to 3 hours up in Polito, just abandoned.
Cool. All right.
Okay, Coquinos is. Oh,
Can
here?
someone get that fixed, please?
I can do it, ma'am, but I need your permission.
Why do you need permission?
I can't go out there alone.
Oh, yeah, just go ahead and do it. It's fine. And then let's get you partnered up with somebody. I need somebody to take a non-solo, please.
I have 2 already with me, ma'am. I think I'm the only one that's able to do that right now.
Okay, 10-4.
Has anyone bought Arribas yet?
I don't even know where that is.
Right there, to our right. We'll come back down.
Yeah, how much is that?
I don't know.
This place?
Yeah, this place right here.
This is nice.
Yeah, this would be this would be next level for sure.
I don't know if anyone bought this yet.
Where do you buy it?
Don't know.
Probably at the
Oh, right there.
door?
There's the sign. $343.
That's not bad.
When you have 80,000,
Right.
that's
I
Right.
mean, you can also like go to people and ask for investors.
Yeah, that's true. You could. Like the DOJ?
I'm sure talk to Nick. I'm sure he would love to help you. He's kind of at odds with Terry's Noodles. He invested in them and
5-1 plus
they're
2
going
back
through some
10
stuff.
off that 38.
What about you, Your
heard.
Honor?
What about me?
Would you
Oh,
like to
I can't
invest?
do it on behalf
Cited
of the
and
DOJ.
No, but
I
on
can do it
you, on your,
personally.
like, your personally, did you?
I mean, I could.
I mean, I'll
if I
vouch
can-
for him. He's been
I'll-
very good.
I don't know. Maybe I can drop like 30K.
Okay.
that would be definitely very helpful, for sure.
Oh, look at that. Spot on. There it is, right up there to the right.
Oh, this place?
Yeah.
I have bad memories of this place.
Ah.
You can get pinned down from the rooftops, and then you can't get out.
This is 310.
310.
Yeah, all the ones in the city are going to
I
be about
wonder if the
300.
door's unlocked.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's cute.
Oh, this place is nice.
Yeah, it's probably not.
That's weird. Pops' door is unlocked.
I mean, yeah, this
There's
is cute.
Did anyone buy Casey's?
I don't think so. I don't think a lot of
that one's
places have been bought.
339.
Casey's Diner?
Yeah.
And you said you only have 80 grand?
I have 80 grand. I wouldn't say it's only 80 grand.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
And
I'm
then
only 80
this
grand.
one's really far away, but
I don't want to go far away. Let's stick in the city.
I don't really know of any other ones in the city.
1080 with a motorbike, occupation times 2. We had northeast on Los Santos Freeway.
Unless it's like a club or something.
Hmm.
They only maybe the records building.
I mean, I think like that last one was really nice, but it's only like 10 grand cheaper than what the fuck, than the other place. Let me pay the meter really quickly. Oh
Nick's
fuck, I
trying to
don't have
figure out-
cash.
I got you.
Thank you.
Got it.
I think I just got my check yesterday because I gave it to you, but I'll see what I got.
Northeast on Center Street, under the bridge. Hello. A hobo camp under the bridge.
Yeah, I only have 4 grand.
Hit 3.
Here, I just got my check last night because I gave it to you, but here.
The right turn
money
onto Alta Street. Continuing on Alta Street.
I have nothing in my bank account, so.
Go left going south on Sharberry.
I believe it.
Correction, north on Sharberry, going through a gap.
What's this call from?
Out. Going west on Vespucci, outside of Legion Square. One behind the bank in Legion Square, Vespucci. There's a parking garage on Elgin Avenue, next to PDM.
100 en route. Hurry up!
Oh,
On
we
top
have
of the
something.
parking garage
Get
on
in,
Elgin.
get in, get in, get in!
Jump on the back side of Elgin to construction site.
Seatbelts.
Also, Mr. Chef Man
Yes, sir.
in the glove box.
Oh my
West on
god.
Power Street.
Thank you, Your Honor.
$28,000. I hope that's enough. That's good enough.
It's not gonna be
No,
enough
that'll-
for
Right
it.
one west
It's
on
not
Adams
enough,
Apple.
but it'll definitely jumpstart
Yo,
this.
that helps.
That's 110 grand.
Taking a
And
right turn.
I guess I'll
turn on
ask the
Cal-
undersheriff.
Calais
She's been
Avenue,
wanting
going
to
north.
invest in me since I
White
was still in
garage.
culinary school.
Taking a right on Vespucci. Going east, passing Red Garage. Into
But I
Red
definitely
Garage.
appreciate your guys' faith in me.
East on San Andreas.
Motorcycle chase.
Correction, Los Languas.
Stay on it. I'm gonna go grab a bike. I'll be right back.
At Fort. Going west on Dorset Drive. Lanes of
I
traffic.
didn't know you guys had a motor.
Yeah, we're only supposed to do it in 2s because people just run up and kick us off of it, but
Going west on Carcer Way by the
it's
courthouse.
needed and I don't have the numbers, so.
Now on Rockford Drive.
And who's gonna yell at me, you know?
Going
Right.
east on East Bourne Way. Going east on Carcer Way now.
Alright, I am gonna have to
Under
drop you
the
guys though,
Carcer
okay?
Way bypass.
Yep.
Oh, that's fine.
I will run to the bank.
Yeah, good call.
ABC.
Maybe the
West
judge
on
can take you
St.
to the bank.
Venus Boulevard.
Yep. Wow.
Code 6.
You get robbed a couple times.
You get robbed a lot.
It's the code, I think.
God, there's no gas in this. And for
And those are going to be on Los Languas, going west.
Yeah.
Howick Avenue, correction, going west. Going south on San Vitus. Now west on Carcer Way. To the left onto Ab Milton, going south. Making a jump onto freeway, La Puerto Freeway, Del Piero Freeway, correction. going eastbound.
I need available units to help attach to this, please.
Taking the exit ramp. Now we're headed north on Elgin, going back onto Del Perro Freeway, going west now. West on Del Perro. Exit to La Puerta Freeway.
Passing on your left.
If you want to take it, I'll handle comms. South on Olympic Freeway.
Oh god.
The jump off of Los Santos Freeway onto Vespucci. South on Calaos Avenue.
I hate the bike.
Doing south on Calaos Avenue. Passing the docks. Dutch London. Left onto South Arsenal going east.
You're free to pass whenever you're ready.
Passing left.
And then left on Alta Street going northbound. Lanes of traffic. Taking the left on Innocence going west. Taking the on-ramp onto La Pruta. And east on Olympic. Making a U-turn. Wrong lanes of traffic on Olympic Freeway.
This bike
going
doesn't
west.
turn. Yeah, it doesn't turn.
Taking west on Olympic. Merging onto La
It
Pruta
doesn't
Freeway.
turn, chat. It doesn't.
Right lanes of traffic now. Going northbound. Jump to the red garage. 1022 that. Yours getting out of the
car
vehicle.
here.
I'll stick on the bike. You focus on the passenger.
Yeah, stop this car.
Let me see your hands.
Keep up comms. Status?
I'm not sure if they're in the car. I think we got 190. Hold on.
Oh my god, she does not turn.
Five.
I lost him. I'm UTL on the bike.
10-4.
You have the 95?
Yeah, we got the passenger.
Crap, I don't have money to put gas in it. I have the bike again. We're gonna be at Little Seoul. Cutting across South Rockford Drive. Honestly, I'm not gonna chase it. I'm alone, we don't have backup, and I can't keep up with the sports bike even on a motorcycle. I'm gonna circle back to you guys because he's most likely gonna come back.
No, no.
I have a bunch of masks.
Guys. It's unlocked with the key in it. Who's driving?
It was me. I'm sorry, I had to step out real quick. All right, so to take our mask off, you gotta actually remove it, and then we're gonna call for TAC med. So one of you need to get on TAC 1 and call for TAC med.
Got it.
And if there's no TAC med, we're gonna have to self-transport.
TACMed is on 1. Gotcha.
CSO to EMS. Get no response to it.
Okay, then we're gonna have to self-transport. So we need to get her in the vehicle. So pick her up, put her in the vehicle, make sure she's cuffed, and then we're gonna transport her.
Yep, I got her cuffed. And then
All right, so just pick her up, put her in the vehicle, and then we're good.
Gotcha.
Do you have the keys, ma'am?
Yeah, please don't do that, okay?
Yeah, I won't do it. Sorry.
I'm gonna go put the key in the ignition because I have others. It shouldn't be locked. Yeah, make sure you always take the key out. Always, always, always.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know what I was thinking.
Okay. I'm not gonna yell at you, but just be careful. Jesus.
Check.
And 2. You're a little quiet though.
Radio check, how about now?
Yeah, you're good.
I got the ruiner repaired, ma'am.
I'm bored, thank you. I have to go car by car and get them checked, I think. Unfortunately. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go car by car and get everyone refueled and repaired this morning. And then I'll start going over reports. What time is it? Go another 2 hours, and then I'm gonna get off.
One plus 2, 195, Pillbox.
I appreciate it.
I feel like I'd need to. But my other plan is if we are really low on FTOs, which we're going to be because we're hiring more than what we have for FTOs, I'm honestly just gonna have to pull people off the street for a few days and do individual training classes to get people where they need to be solo. Unfortunately. Oh god, oh god. Ow, I hate the bike. Which honestly might even be a good idea for right now, based on the numbers that we have.
Hey, Sheriff.
Hey, are you busy?
I'm almost near Polito.
Okay. We're about to have like triple the amount of kudoodles compared to our FTOs. So I wanted to do like individual training classes, not individual, but like group training classes. And I was wondering if you would want to have like a meeting with the people that are on duty right now and go over like stuff for court and go over like charges and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean like with the FTOs?
No, with like the cadets.
Oh, with the cadets. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay. When are you available? You're gonna be available in like the next 10?
Give me like 20 minutes.
Okay. All right. Text me
because
when you're headed.
I'm with your chef and I'm showing him all the locations I know that he could possibly buy.
Okay. Well, that could probably wait if you wanted to come down.
Well, I'm just in Polito, so I'll
Okay.
after that I'll come.
Okay.
It
Sounds
just
good.
might take me a little bit because
Yep.
I'm driving.
All good. Sounds good. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Bye. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is we take command as like mini training sessions like we did before when we first launched, and we did a bunch of like one-on-one, or not one-on-one, like group training. Because those did really help. 100 to all units. We are going to have a judge come down and give a little lesson on case laws and court and etiquette and stuff like that. So please don't get into any actives. Finish up what you're doing and head on down to the station. Can I get a 10-4 on that?
Copy.
You good?
Huh?
I'll be with you in a second. Hey, boss man. You're looking gray.
Hello, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Why are you gray?
I just had to comb my hair back a little bit, and I guess my
You're
life
turning
experiences
gray
are
on
starting
me
to show.
already? Man, it's been
A
30
little
days.
bit.
It hasn't even been 30 days, bro.
Just a little. All right. Well, I'm assuming you kind of got a rundown of what happened.
No clue. What's going on?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll start from the very beginning. I was trying to make myself more available for the EU AU time zone this morning. So I was around. Um, Obviously a lot of shit happened. We was all low on staff like always. So I was already off to a rocky start this morning. We had two of our vehicles disappear on us. One of our Tahoes got stolen. And then my Buffalo miraculously got stolen
I also love it.
at the hospital whenever LSPD had a shootout in a 13 Alpha. So we went to help them with that. And then Abdul turned up in a stolen police car, stolen police equipment. Um, took us on a big chase, yada yada yada. Um, then I decided to stop by Benny's. I'm doing a short story here for you.
Okay.
I decided to stop by Benny's to talk to them about, our relationship with them.
Mm.
Because I do miss certain people inside Benny's, right? And honestly, the other mechanic shops have been kind of fucking us anyway. Like they've been overcharging us on repairs
What do you
quite a
mean?
lot. Like I got charged $500 like 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's a standard charge for a repair.
Yeah, that's overcharging fairly ill though, right? So
No, it's not. So that is what all the civilians pay for a repair. That's why I
Huh.
went and had the discussions with Benny's and now Mirror Park as well. $200 is the negotiated price that I got for BCSO. $500 is a standard price for everybody else.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I went down there to talk to them. I was trying to get our relationship like a little bit repaired at least because I miss our deals. And honestly, not everyone at Benny's was a gangbanger. Um, but I had parked my car, and keep in mind, I'm already on the edge because 3 of our cars have already been stolen and shut the fuck up. I parked my car, you know where the government vehicles pull in?
Yeah.
I parked it like in that like line in front of one of the garage doors, like
Oof.
sideways.
Okay. Were your lights on?
No, my lights were not on. I was not responding to a
You
call.
were illegally parked.
I didn't think it was illegally parking because there's nowhere else for government to park back there.
It's because there is no parking back there. It's just so you can pull in through the side. All the parking is at the front of the building.
Yeah, but again, my car has been stolen twice.
Yeah, I get it.
And without the key, it's been locked, and people still have stolen our vehicles. So I was trying to keep it within eye distance where I can get to it fast.
Okay. All right. What else happened then?
But I parked it in front of the garage door. I was dehydrated. I couldn't run. A tow truck had pulled up while I was talking to one of Benny's employees, lowered their bed, started hooking my car up right away after I had ran out there and told them to stop. They told me that my car was illegally parked. I obviously said no, it wasn't. I was a little frantic, not gonna lie. And they said it was, and they kept towing it when I told them to stop. They didn't listen. They started to get it on the bed. So I jumped on the bed and said, "Look, how much do you want for this? I'll give you 250." And they were like, "We want 1,000." I said, I honestly, I just laughed at them, and then they instantly drove off. They didn't even give me a chance to negotiate or anything. They just drove off with my car. I said, "If you drive off with my car, I'm gonna shoot your tires. You steal my car." And well, I shot their back 2 tires. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I shot them. I didn't shoot them. I made it very clear that I was not shooting them. I shot their tires. They took off, heading towards the Banner Hotel. So I jumped on the LSPD radio, informed them that they had stolen my vehicle, and the Benny's mechanic, who I was just talking to, offered me a ride. No gang affiliation, according to him, by the way. I was literally just talking to him about the 3 baller
What car
gangbangers that
was he
shot us.
driving?
It was a 2-door blue purple car. I understand it looks gang affiliated. That's why I announced myself as law enforcement, but I'll get to that.
Okay.
He was driving towards the MRPD after searching for a while because he got a call from a tow truck driver that said that the car was down there, right? And I had seen the tow truck driver, and the mechanic who was driving the car turned off to go after him. And I said, "Sir, stop the fucking car right now." And obviously they wouldn't listen. I said, "I'm VCSO police, pull the fucking car over now." And then they was scraping the car. They wasn't ramming it, but they was like scooting against
This
it,
is just
scraping it
getting
and shit,
worse.
kind of evading us after I announced who I was. Maybe they didn't believe me. I don't know. But that's why I ended up going down to LSPD and asked for them to come respond because, marked unit and all would probably look better. And then I told the mechanic driver to go to MRPD to retrieve my unmarked car. I got in it. Off-duty officer Miss Wolf got in it with no gun, by the way. She was unarmed. Yeah. Oh, let me rewind to give you context. Before I got to MRPD, Miss Wolf and my adopted daughter, which I'll tell you about her later, was trying to cut the tow truck driver off and stop them when
That's
we were
not
going
good.
back towards MRPD. They rammed her and stuff, and they shot at her and Miss Wolf. So I returned fire, and I guess they didn't appreciate that. After they had gotten away, I told LSP that shots were fired and to ignore the two-door purple car because that was us. Then they went after the tow truck driver. Then we went to MRPD, got my car, and then I went to the scene where they were. At first, I was very pleased. LSPD had them out. Looks like they were trying to get him detained or something. I don't know. But then whenever I rolled up, they started yelling "murderer, murderer," and started cussing me out. So I just stood there for a minute to see what LSPD was doing, let them control the scene. They didn't. They just stared at me. So I ended up pulling my taser out because they had just shot at me, and I seen them with guns out, LSPD, right, in their hands. So I went non-lethal to try and get them to cooperate. Walked up and I said, "Bald guy, put your hands up." He obviously didn't listen to me. Told me to go fuck myself. And they wouldn't listen to me. LSPD being there, not really helping, not aiming their guns, anything after they had just shot at me and civilians that were unarmed. So I ignored them. I just continued up my day. You know, I'm not their command member, so I shouldn't yell at them. So I got my car after they ran away from me, started it up, chased after them. They drove back towards the scene where LSPD was, got out again. It was like back and forth for like literally a minute. And I finally had it. And I went on the LSPD radio. I said, "Well, thanks for the backup, LSPD. Y'all are good to break off, or y'all are good to go, or some shit like that." And then one of the officers said, "Okay, 10-8, I don't deal with sarcasm or sarcastic assholes or some shit." I don't remember, but it hit me wrong. I didn't cuss them out. I didn't cuss them out. I didn't cuss at them. I didn't crash out, but I was sarcastic. And I got out, and then I said to the ones that were still standing there, "Thank you so much for the backup, guys. I really appreciate it." And then one of their officers just started cussing me out, like just hardcore at me, while these two suspects were also out cussing me out, right? Ones that had literally just shot at us 2 minutes ago. And then all of a sudden, SIB walked around the corner and said that they had reports of me using escalated force on a tow truck driver that was towing my vehicle. Now, I will admit, looking back at it, I may have escalated, right? But
Definitely did.
this has not been the first instance where our vehicles have been stolen from us. And I was the only officer that was on duty with a firearm or anything at Benny's. So I was trying to defend my car. We were trained that we can use even deadly force on people who steal our cars. Obviously, that's for if they get in and drive it and shit, right? But that's why I popped their tires. LSPD Command Taylor, Captain, Lieutenant, I'm not sure what she is, openly disagreed with me on scene. She did say she'd take care of her officers, though I doubt she did, and drove away. Left me alone on scene with these two guys that literally had just got done shooting at me. So, sure, maybe I shouldn't have shot their tires. Maybe that was a wrong call. I think it was justified since I tried talking to them to pay it, even though I thought it was perfectly fine to park there. Maybe it was illegal parking, but they still drove away from me after I was trying to fucking pay the fine. I'm a little frazzled. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little pissed. Even if I was wrong, LSPD should have still had my back, protecting me, or at least staying on the scene, making sure I wouldn't get shot. But they all immediately broke off because their feelings were hurt. So, yes, ma'am. Sorry. I know I probably just caused you a huge ass headache. I apologize. I
Massive.
understand. I'm taking accountability. I probably did over escalate that, but I felt it was necessary at the time. I apologize.
Okay. So the vehicle is illegally parked. So you're not gonna like this conversation. I'm gonna say ahead of time.
Okay.
The vehicle was illegally parked. They had full grounds to tow the vehicle. You offering to pay them money to get it down, that was good. However, obviously that didn't happen. Them driving away with the vehicle to impound it should have not been a reason to open fire at them. It isn't. So the use of lethal force is if somebody is getting inside our car and driving away with the car itself. A impound or tow worker impounding your car for being illegally parked is not grounds to shoot them or shoot at their tires. I understand your frustration because trust me, I've been in this situation where tow drivers have loaded up my car during an active scene that I was responding to because I didn't have my lights on, even though I was on an active scene and I was illegally parked. And you just have to, bite your tongue. Yeah, okay, let me just pay you. Whatever, get the car off the truck. Or let them go impound it and go from there. I understand that you were the only deputy on duty, and then you got frustrated due to the cars being stolen as well. I've been there. It sucks. But shooting at the car like that is not appropriate at all. And then circling to part 2, a civilian should not be attempting to interfere with stuff like that. It opens us up to huge lawsuits. It opens them up to huge lawsuits. It puts people's lives at risk, even if they are an off-duty officer. If you're off duty, you're off duty for a reason. And then the following them in a civilian's car. I want you to flip the script, okay? You're driving and you have a car or a cop car or whatever. You're just driving. And a car that is colored registered to a gang, even if the person inside isn't a gangbanger. You have a car that is registered identifiably to a gang now chasing you through the city and blocking you in. Would you not be concerned for your life and defend your life in that situation? Because I can guarantee you, if I had a gangbanger car follow me around and I didn't have backup and I was alone and then they blocked me in an area, I would be shooting the fucking shit out of them because I would be terrified that I am about to be brutally murdered. I understand that you identified that you were an officer, but there was so much already that went into play that simply just saying I'm an officer is not enough for the de-escalation. Now, circling to the LSPD stuff. We already know LSPD is a little snappy and thinks very, very low of BCSO despite everything. And I also kind of understand how you get when you're frustrated because I'm the same. I have to bite my tongue really, really hard, and sometimes I just can't. And even when I'm biting my tongue, some of that leaks out between the lines, and you can tell that I am pissed. You've seen it yourself, where I'm being quiet and internally I'm screaming. And then I try to just, say something somewhat, constructive, and it is dripping with sarcasm and anger, even though I'm trying for it not to be. I would like you to talk with the LSPD and apologize. And I know it's not going to be a fun conversation because we're trying to stop there from being issues. I'm not going to hit you with any disciplinary actions for this time, but I need you to understand that we do not shoot tow truck drivers for impounding illegal cars. You were illegally parked. You were in the wrong. I'm gonna be frank. You were in the wrong. Getting into a civilian's car and then chasing down a tow truck driver is incredibly inappropriate. You should have just gone. You should have just gone back to BCSO. I know it sucks, but I hung up. It's not gonna stop ringing now. It sucks. And then going to the scene, and I get not having the backup from LSPD, but that I can't control LSPD actions, but you can control the way that you behave around them, right? Like if they're not pushing the charges and they're not helping you, fucking walk away. Just leave it, and we can deal with it another time. We can always put a warrant, you know, later on if it's deemed that, you know, what he was doing was inappropriate. We can place a warrant later on.
Well, I am fully taking accountability.
Which is the
I
only
do think
reason
I
why I'm.
overescalated that.
Oh, you 100% did. I'm gonna be frank with you.
I acknowledge that, ma'am. It was in the moment. I should have just not assumed that they was in connection with what happened with their cars earlier. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know why I thought they were gonna steal it from me. I don't know. It was just the way they were speaking to me,
Mhm.
like the unwillingness to let me pay it, just made me think they were stealing it.
But
It really
also
did.
keep in mind the conversation you had with them. You said yourself that they asked for $1,000 and you laughed.
Well, I went, and then they just drove. Like it was so fast. I'm not giving excuses. I was wrong for that. Um, I somehow twistedly um tried to, fix my injustice by requesting LSP to show up to take over the scene,
Mhm.
but I kind of realized I was already too deep to turn that around, and I apologize.
Yeah, the civilian car stuff, one, getting a civilian involved is insane.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta let the judge in. Hey, Your Honor, come on into the office. I'm just handling something quickly.
Noting.
Under no, honestly, you could possibly even look at criminal charges if they decided to sue. Your Honor, I'll just run you through really quick. Deputy, captain illegally parked a car at Benny's, clearly illegally parked. Tow truck driver came to get it. It was a cop car. They asked for $1,000 before the deputy could respond. They drove away with a cop car. Deputy shot at the back tires of the car, then got into a civilian car with a civilian, chased down the tow truck, had another civilian block in the tow truck driver with a second civilian who was in a gang-colored car, and then that civilian and the tow truck driver opened fired out of probably fear for their life, and then the deputy returned fire, and then, you know, a verbal altercation with LSPD.
It doesn't help, but for clarity, I did announce those BCSO.
I know,
Obviously,
but
that they could see that's a lie, but I don't know. Just made me feel better about it.
I mean, great, but you're involving civilians that are not employed by government
Yes.
agencies in a car that is a known gang member's color chasing somebody through the city.
Yes, ma'am. Poor judgment call, and I fully acknowledge
If you were in my seat and a deputy came in and said, "Hey, this is what I did this morning," what would you do?
I'd probably fire you.
Mm-hmm.
I was fully expecting you to tell me to turn my badge in to you just now. But
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it crossed my mind.
I figured.
It's crossed my mind about 8 times now.
Yeah. I would imagine so, ma'am.
But if your tune wasn't anything but "I fucked up," it would have happened. But this is gonna be your one shot. You know, you understand that you cannot, under any circumstances, do what you did this morning. You need to go apologize to LSPD, at the very least to Taylor, because they are there to help us. And I understand that you were frustrated, but it does sound like you copped a little bit of an attitude with them. And I get it. I cop an attitude with them sometimes too, because they are very good at poking buttons. But you do need to be the bigger person, and you need to go apologize.
I absolutely will, ma'am.
Okay.
I have been trying to repair relations with them.
Well,
I really
today
have.
definitely
I've been in their
didn't help.
station a lot, and today definitely pretty much fucked that. But
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of work on that, and then the night crew, like last night, I had all of them on our radio responding to our calls, and honestly, some of them even wanted to get into our cop cars and patrol with us, but because they were below a certain rank, they weren't allowed to.
yeah. Well,
I
and
am
whether
gonna
whether you
say
was gonna fire me or not, I was gonna go apologize.
I am gonna say
DCS to dispatch.
I do need to have a conversation with the undersheriff and loop her in. Uh, I I don't know if she will deem you needing to be terminated or a suspension. I'm gonna take what she says into account too, because we are supposed to be a team. I am very disappointed in you, though. I will say that. Um, it is definitely making me question giving you the position that you just received. But I'm really hoping that it is a matter of you were overstimulated, alone, stressed out, and just acted versus, thinking about what was going on in front of you.
There wasn't a lot of thinking, ma'am. If anything, you was just overthinking. I was trying very hard not to lose any more assets, and I kind of let that block my vision.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's a fucking car.
Assets can be replaced.
Yeah, the cars.
I know.
We have 30 cars, technically 31 because our big raid car got taken away, and I'm still trying to figure out where the fuck it went. But cars can be replaced. We have almost $700,000 in the bank account. I am not concerned if we lose cars for a little bit. I will wait. I will wait the 24 hours to talk to the insurance guy, pay to get them back, and just buy us new cars in the time being. But your behavior today should be like, honestly, if it was anybody else, you would be terminated.
I did expect you to tell me to turn my badge in to you.
Yeah. It is very much, if you were there on an active and your lights are on, then it's not illegally parked. But you weren't there on an active, your lights weren't on, and you illegally parked. And then everything that followed afterwards is just disgusting behavior.
Yes, ma'am.
Code 1 equals basically civilian vehicle.
The other thing I will say is, if you offer a drop fee and they don't take it, that's that. There's nothing you can do about that. You just have to wait for it to go to impound. They're doing their job. Yeah, it wasn't okay.
Yeah.
And the other thing is,
mine definitely wasn't professional.
we are not gangsters, by the way. We don't.
Yes, ma'am.
So we need to stop acting like we're fucking ballers, because we're not. We're BCSO.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You don't want that image of people
No.
saying that, hey.
I really don't.
Because imagine what's gonna come out now of a BCSO captain jumped in a gangbanger's car and chased somebody down who was legally doing a tow and then opened fire at them.
Yes, ma'am.
Because that's what the word on the street is going to be.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I want you to go over to LSPD now and apologize. I think Taylor is still around. I'm gonna probably come with you to make sure that it is done appropriately.
Yes, ma'am. Well, one, sorry for disappointing you. It's kind of demoralizing a little bit, and I apologize for that. Kind of fucked up with your baby in my hand. I'm sorry. On a less serious note, what's up with the apparel? You feeling more casual today?
I was on a bike.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So this is my bike outfit.
Well, I thought if you weren't going to terminate me, I'd probably at least be demoted back down to deputy. So you're definitely being way more generous than I ever could have asked for you to be. I'm guessing that's because you
I
can
mean,
kind of
I'm
see from my
gonna.
point of view.
I do see
I
it
don't
from
know.
your point of view, and like I said, accountability is really big. I wouldn't say that you're not getting demoted because I still need to have a conversation with the undersheriff and loop her in. It is my recommendation that you don't get demoted. However, there can be no more fuck ups of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
Like at all. This is your one strike. You know.
My grace. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just make sure when you're dealing with situations like this, you know the difference between them stealing it and then them doing their job, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, I don't think I need to keep drilling it into you. I'm gonna have the judge do a class on case laws. What the fuck?
Something bad just happened.
Something really bad just happened. What just happened at BCSO South?
I'm gonna
Not sure,
approach
ma'am.
everything at a much more calm manner, ma'am.
Okay. If you need some time away to do that also.
I probably will
I
take
think they just
today
cut you
off.
some slack.
Okay. Even the academy?
Oh,
The
okay, I'll
cat,
take tomorrow off.
well, no, you can take some time off and just come around for the academy.
Hey, look, we all make mistakes, but you know, we learn from our mistakes and we move forward.
That's it.
Interesting. All right, let's get all BCSO back to BCSO, please. You're gonna have a lesson with the judge. Take a seat at your desk.
What's up, Cap?
It'd be a bad precedent.
Howdy. Everything okay?
Oh, yeah,
Are you guys
everything's
talking
going
about the
good.
case?
Been with,
Yes, we
with
are.
these two cadets
Okay.
training right now.
We're about to
Sitting
do
down.
some training. If he
Well, I'm
can
chilling.
step out, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Can we talk later about this?
Everybody at BCSO,
What?
take a seat.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. I'm not gonna
Alrighty,
worry about
y'all. Let's get it. Let's get some learning.
it. All right, Judge, come up here. This will be your stage right here.
Alrighty.
So like go over like
What
how
do you want?
like how
What do you wanna
court
go over?
like how court works, you know, opening to closing, objections, what they mean, you know, maybe go over some of the gun stuff because I haven't announced it yet. Go over, you know, and just you know
I'll
a little
just
bit
run
of
them through our
everything.
bar exam.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
run them through our bar
yeah,
exam.
that works.
I'll just run them through our bar exam. It's probably
Perfect.
the easiest way.
Sounds great. Hello. They're just doing some
Hello.
training with the bar stuff, so if you actually want to go up with the judge, you can probably do that too.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, I had a question about the DA
Sure.
thing.
Hello. What's everyone's names?
I'll wait until he's done. You
Yeah,
know.
it might be a few minutes, so.
Hello.
Oh, that's fine.
Eli Carver.
Hello.
Lawson.
If you wouldn't mind,
Jack.
Hello.
Jackson
or
Daniels.
if you can't get a hold
Hello.
of him, I'll go over to your station and talk to him.
Right. So, if any of you have like any previous experience with law or any experience in PD, are you guys all fresh?
Thank you, I appreciate it, sir. Bye bye.
Well, I'm a senior.
Pretty fresh
deputy.
myself.
Yeah, she said I was doing new people, so that's why I was asking.
Make sure you're yelling.
I am yelling.
Okay. Saying you're kind of quiet.
So we're just gonna go over some basic stuff. Do you guys know how court works, like proceedings, like the process, how to start, how it finishes, the timelines? I will say one thing. All right, so I'm gonna run you through like I would with our bar exam, right? So I'm just gonna ask the question, and I want to see if any of you can give me an answer. Do you guys know your Fourth Amendment?
Indeed.
What is it? What does it protect
Protects from
against?
illegal search and seizure.
Okay. Do you off the top of your head know anything like any exceptions to this?
Yeah, the vehicle exception.
And what? Okay, that's covered under which case law?
Hello. Yeah.
Carroll versus U.S.
Yes, great. Yeah, Carroll versus United States is the motor vehicle exception. Basically allows an officer to search a vehicle with a warrant if they have what? Specifically.
A probable cause.
Yes. So you must have probable cause in order to do that. It's very specific. A few others, alright? So you also have things like plain view, right? You see something, right? You obviously see it. It's there, right? That wouldn't break it. So if somebody tells you you can search their stuff, that's consent. That's not against your Fourth Amendment right. Incident to arrest, aka you have arrested someone.
Let's go to
search them after.
let's go to LSPD while they do this. Come on.
Another one is exigent circumstances. That's a big word. Does anyone know what that means?
So I'm coming up with a solution for the fact that we're about to have a fuck ton of cadets and not enough FTOs, and I'm gonna be doing, when we have like this morning where we have a bunch of non-solos and only one person to take them, I'm going to do classes like this so that way they can, oh, there's a monkey, so we can continue to educate
Steppy
them.
monkey.
So we can continue to educate them and we don't have people just sitting waiting. Hi, sorry, dealing with a lot. Thank you.
I don't know who got all that, but
I got it.
it's just in the org. It doesn't matter who owns it. You just
Okay.
you guys have it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll park it.
That's scary.
All right, let's go to LSPD so you can apologize.
Also, what is this hotel ass looking place here? We got Torkin statues, a green screen. What is going on here?
Okay, come look. Come look. I can explain.
I already looked.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
So we
Looks like a hotel.
We moved, the kitchen was upstairs, but we moved the kitchen out because we are setting up offices for the DA so that they're more involved in BCSO.
Oh, God.
Actually, it's going really well. Since they've been hired, they've been in BCSO almost the entire time, and them and the judge right now are teaching them court procedures and case laws and stuff like that. That's what they're doing.
So what's with your twerking statue on the front post?
That's Petey. That's Petey. Petey Pacino. He really likes his big booty women.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling him to chill it, but then yeah, this guy is like our chef, so he's cooking food for everybody. And
You gamble here?
it doesn't work, but if I could, yes.
Oh my god.
It's not that bad.
On top of this pole?
Yeah.
There's a poop here.
That's from the undersheriff. I'm a shoot.
Okay.
It's actually a dried raisin. It's just really huge.
Oh.
Dog poop.
Yeah,
Well,
you should
only
see.
one way to find out.
You should see the rookie house, sir.
The what?
The rookie house.
What the fuck is that?
We have a hotel room for all of the cadets, and it's furnished with furniture that we found on the side of the road in Sandy.
Oh my. Oh, alright.
It's actually very, very good. I think you would love it if you want. I can take you.
I'll go in a bit. There's somebody standing at the gate.
Yeah, there's always somebody standing at the gate. I need to take this one to LSPD to apologize, so. Hey, what's up? How can I help you?
Hey there, Sheriff. I was just looking to inquire about a jobs you got advertised.
Yeah, so we're gonna do Academy this evening. It's at 9 p.m. Eastern, so show up like 20 to 30 minutes beforehand. Make sure you don't have any unpaid tickets, no criminal record, you have a valid weapons license and ID on you, and also bring food and water.
Okie dokie, yeah, no worries. Do you guys want any? I've got a couple of spare fish left over. Do you guys want any fish?
Sure, I can give it to our chef. He can probably figure out something to do with it.
Yeah, saves it going to waste.
Okay. Gonna hand it to me? Cool. Thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, cool. I'll see you tonight.
Yep, see ya, thank you.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Wait, what did you give him? Shep!
Yes, ma'am.
Some guy
Something
gave
bad's
us
gonna
weird
happen.
mystery fish. Here you go.
Your officer messed up. We're gonna have to take care of this.
Perch.
What do you mean? What did he do?
Thank you.
Wait, what are you doing to him?
Only one way to find
Can
out.
I have?
Yes.
Can I try?
What? This is probably not going to be a good thing, ma'am.
Oh, you have a parachute. You'll be fine.
What if can I carry you and do it?
No. Not that I would know that from experience, but you definitely can't carry people with those parachutes.
Get in.
Oh my god, it's so
What the hell is
cool!
this?
Get it. Well, oh, well, bye.
Wait, wait! Ah! I don't have a parachute! I leave everything to the undersheriff. I'm a shoot. Ah!
Cam, do you need help?
I'm gonna die!
Unless you've got an airplane that you ain't. You can't. I'd want to play parachute.
Just pull the cord, man.
Oh, never mind. I'm totally fine. Continue with your lesson plan. Ignore me. Aim for the bushes. Aim for the water.
Sheriff, are you code 4?
I'm okay. I'm running back to the station. Got some really good bulletproof vests. Totally took the impact of that. Actually, if you want to just meet me at LSPD. Okay. And let's get off task so we stop distracting them from their lesson plan. I don't think we can keep it. I would love to keep it. So the tanker they took back because it's too OP, but that's why they gave us that box truck, so that works out. Oh, they're gonna make him apologize to the entire fucking shift, aren't they? I'm not gonna like that. That's kind of mean.
If you want to enter with me, this is the best way to do it, ma'am. I think everybody's downstairs in the garage right now.
Do they know that you're coming?
No.
Okay, well, let's call over and say that we are coming in, because I don't want to just pull into their department, right?
I don't know if you want me to do that, though.
I got it. 100 at LSPD. Are you okay if we pull into your garage to have a quick word? Okay, go ahead.
Keep me.
Gonna go back on BCSO attack in case they get grenaded while they're doing their lesson plan. Hello.
Mikasa Sukasa.
Ooh. Taylor and who was the other deputy? Do you recall, or the officer? Do you recall?
I don't.
Okay.
You wanna go straight up to the chief if she's there?
She's on her way down. She's on her way down.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
there you go.
Thank you.
We
I
might.
can write shit down, but yeah.
Hopefully, we have enough time. We might not.
So where's your daughter at?
I think we can probably maybe leave that alone for right now.
All right, I'll just go here then.
Hey, thank you for the prime. Thank you.
Is my throat clear?
Very good.
All right, good.
I got shoes. Why do I have shoes? Oh, I don't like these.
Something bad's happening to me.
Why?
It's a little hard to explain.
You need to take a nap?
I think I'll be okay until, because my bones are aching. I can sense that storm coming in. I think I'll be okay until then.
Okay. Okay. It's okay. All right. I'll do that. I'll do that. All right. Bye, Taylor. Bye. She's on the roof.
Okay, we'll go up. Hendrix.
Ma'am.
Come on. I assume the stairs go all the way to the roof? Or is there an elevator? I think there's an elevator. What? Oh. Alright, let's run, because we don't have a lot of time.
You can see how old I'm getting. Why fucking make me run?
Because you still gotta be fit.
What the hell?
This?
I thought you wanted desk sergeants.
No, I never want desk sergeants.
What? I could have sworn you said
I
that.
don't think we were supposed to follow that guy.
But there's an elevator.
Whoop. Place smells like a dental's office.
Eagle eye.
To the roof.
Wink.
Smells so bad.
Is this where I learned that you're actually gonna throw me off the roof?
No, come on.
Monday will probably be the best.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
So I've been fully informed on the situation that happened this morning. Wait, who handed me this? Oh. I have brought him here to have a quick conversation with the two of you to go over some stuff, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, firstly, I want to make it known that the sheriff did ask me to apologize, but I was going to either way. I just needed to reflect on what I done and said. I do heavily apologize. I have been trying to repair relations with LSPD. I realized that fucked up everything this morning, and I apologize for that. That was really stupid, and I have absolutely no excuse for it. I'm not going to try and defend myself because it was stupid. I should have never done it, and I should have never lashed out at y'all for something that was my own fault. I would also like to apologize to your officers for making sarcastic remarks on radio, and for I didn't cuss, but I was shit talking. I'm sorry I was shit talking on the scene to y'all. Absolutely inexcusable. I really do hope it doesn't harm future repairs. I met y'all at y'all's service, and I really do want us to be a tag team. I don't want it to. I want this to be like well, now we're definitely just separate all the time. I don't want that to be the cause of this. You know, I don't want I want that to be a thing. I thank you for remaining calm and talking to me on scene. Thank you. That helped. It helped me a lot.
Dan.
I definitely used excessive force. I won't explain to you why I did because it's not a really good excuse at all. I do realize that I was in the wrong, right? And I appreciate that y'all even entertained assisting me on that scene, even though it was a complete and utter shit show. I don't normally make calls like that. It was probably one of my
Guys, we're so close to our sub
not so
goal.
better
We
calls
can
I've
do
ever
it.
made.
We can do
My
it.
time of employ in the BCSO, especially as a captain, that was utterly disgraceful, and you won't ever see it again. I would like to apologize to the officers that were involved, but I don't know who all they are. It was these two?
No, not this one.
Just that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, was you the one that said you don't ask remarks on radio and drove away?
No, he's
Or
not
was
on
you
duty
the...
anymore.
Wait, what's that?
That officer's no longer on duty.
Oh, okay, so you was the one that got into a custom match with me?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I needed awakening. I definitely fucked up. Sorry for making the BCSO High Command look incompetent. That was not my goal. I apologize about that, okay?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Dan.
Oh, hey, Mr.
It is me.
Hello.
Oh my god.
Damn.
What?
It
What
is
the
me.
fuck?
There we go.
There you go.
All right, I did some
There you go.
investigating at the SIBE. Whew. Hey, whatever LSPD cop was there, the guy. Was that this one?
What? Depends on... We were multiple there, but yeah, I was there.
The one that was like cussing at the BCSO guy.
Uh-huh.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what's happening?
Well, for clarity, I kind of deserved it.
Storm's rolling in real fast there, Dan.
Good,
Oh,
Dan. You... Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Can I at least have a parachute beforehand?
Nope, I didn't get one.
The sheriff didn't get one.
If it makes you feel any better, the commissioner made me do the same with a parachute.
All right,
When he
what do you
promoted.
Yeah,
say
I
to
didn't get
him?
a parachute.
Hold on, what do you
I
say
got
to
given
the
it, by the way.
BCSO
You
deputy?
look different.
Do you want the deputy over here?
Just scream.
Come
Have
on.
a safe flight.
Thank you.
All right, so what do you say to him?
Sorry I cussed you out, but it was getting a bit heated in the moment, so I apologize.
But okay, you're getting lost.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So
Did I
good
get it?
until
Did I get
that
it?
butt came out.
I got it. There we go.
Amazing.
My work is done here.
All right, good
Like that.
job.
And that's why you are the
SIB
SIB.
rule is all where I'm always watching.
I
Keep that
know.
in mind.
I know.
We appreciate
I-
you.
I know you're always watching.
There's gonna be an alpha.
Makes that also really stupid from what I done, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
I really am sorry. It's not just because she's here. I really am
Here,
sorry.
I can fix that.
No.
Oh. Okay, I think I'm gonna get off for a little bit. I think that's a good time to get off. Do I go for a little bit longer? I think what I'll do is I'll get off now, and then I will come back before Academy so I can get everything prepared. That guy sounds familiar. It's Dan. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do because I have to send out the announcement.